For years, sci-fi has depicted a doomsday scenario where our planet is threatened by an outside force. Maybe it's aliens, maybe it's a supernova, but for many, the most practical threat against Earth is an asteroid. For years, scientists have been wondering if an asteroid could hit the Earth. It's happened in the past. Could it happen again? Unfortunately, the answer is yes. Welcome to Curiosity. In today's video, we are going to discuss the asteroid that's most likely to hit Earth. What does this mean for our future? Will humans go extinct just like the dinosaurs? What would the impact be like? We'll discuss all of these and more. There's an asteroid approaching Earth a bit faster than we could have imagined. Asteroids are not something you generally think about unless you're an astronomer. They're celestial bodies, usually classified as minor planets, and are either metallic or rocky. Their size varies from as small as 1 meter to as big as a diameter of 1,000 kilometers. Typically, asteroids have no atmosphere. There are about 1 million known asteroids, with most of them located between Mars and Jupiter. They're not a real danger to Earth, but one asteroid is a lot closer. The asteroid Bennu has been orbiting the Sun for millions of years. Bennu is about 1/3 of a mile wide at the equator. For now, there is no immediate danger, but in a few hundred years, it may hit Earth. A bit unsettling, isn't it? The thought of an asteroid approaching our planet is enough to send a shiver down anyone's spine. Wondering how it was first discovered and what scientists think about it? The discovery of Bennu actually surprised scientists. Bennu was first discovered in September 1999. Astronomers have since been tracking its orbit. The asteroid has been classified as potentially hazardous. Initially, the readings were taken using telescopes from the ground. In a study conducted in 2014, it was determined that there was less than a 1% chance of Bennu colliding with Earth. If it did happen, it was likely to take place between the years 2175 and 2199. In fact, when simulations were run to see if Bennu would hit us, there were problems going beyond September 2135. It was determined that Bennu could come within 75,000 and 330,000 miles of the Earth by this time, which would mean the asteroid would be closer to Earth than the Moon. While this is closer than our natural satellite, it's still too far away to hit our planet. But depending on where and when Bennu makes the approach, our planet could change the asteroid's path through its gravity. In this case, the asteroid could start on a future collision course. Scientists have identified a few regions in space that Bennu would have to pass through for this change in course to happen. These regions range from as small as a few hundred feet to as large as a few miles. To determine Bennu's trajectory, more precise data was required. So how did scientists keep up with measurements? NASA launched a spacecraft called OSIRIS-REx, which arrived at Bennu in the latter half of 2018. This would be the third attempt made by humans to get samples from an asteroid's surface. The spacecraft spent 2 years orbiting Bennu and sent back data regarding the asteroid. Since the spacecraft was able to give data related to 2 years, scientists had more precise ways to determine the asteroid's location. Essentially, when you know the distance from Bennu to the spacecraft and the distance from the spacecraft to the Earth, you can calculate the distance between Bennu and Earth. Now that we know about the probability of Bennu hitting our planet, it's only natural to wonder about the impact. Is it powerful enough to wipe away our species? Well, experts do have an opinion on this. Here's the expected impact if Bennu does collide with Earth. The study was published based on data collected from OSIRIS-REx. Using the data that was gathered, scientists calculated the likely orbit of the asteroid and the chances of impact between now and 2300. Turns out there is a 1 in 1750 chance a collision will happen in the next 3 centuries. This may not seem like a lot at first glance, but the probability is slightly higher than what was previously expected. While there is no immediate danger, Bennu is likely to be a risk between the late 2100s and the early 2200s. It has been estimated that the closest risk of Bennu hitting Earth during those years is September the 24th, 2182, where there is a 1 in 2700 chance. NASA scientists are able to make these predictions from more precise data. The team of scientists has been able to measure the distance of the asteroid from Earth to a precision of about 7 feet. They have been able to do this a number of times during 2019 and 2020, giving them clearer data. One of the advantages of Bennu is that we can know with a precision of a few meters where it would be in the next 100 years. Not even Earth has that kind of commitment to its orbit. The only way you can be sure of where an asteroid can be in the future is if you were able to determine exactly where it is in the present time. The team at NASA was able to do that with the data available from the OSIRIS spacecraft. If you're worried about the future generations of Earth, there is no need to lose sleep. It's very unlikely that Bennu will hit Earth in the next 3 centuries. If it did, it won't be like the mass extinction event that killed the dinosaurs. That asteroid was around 6 miles across. Bennu's only about 1/3 of a mile wide. Now, with that said, this doesn't mean that Bennu's collision won't be felt. In the region Bennu hits, there will be total devastation. The impact would be equivalent to over 1 billion tons of TNT. So, do we need to worry? There is a lot of time between now and when Bennu could hit us. Humanity can continue to monitor the asteroid for more than a century and modify the risk. There are already tests underway from space agencies to see how a threat from an asteroid can be neutralized. If there's a threat of annihilation, perhaps the best thing to do would be to use kinetic impactors. These can help nudge the asteroid into a safer orbit so it can stay away from hitting our planet. There's already a spacecraft named DART, short for Double Asteroid Redirection Test, that NASA launched last year to collide with a moon of a double asteroid to see if it can successfully change momentum. Since Bennu has been discovered nearly 2 centuries before it can have any real impact, there is enough time to develop technology that could potentially deal with it. So now that we've gotten Bennu out of the way, could there be other asteroids that pose an even worse threat? Another asteroid is fast approaching us. This is an asteroid named Apophis, which is set to make an approach close to Earth around the year 2029. But there is no real danger from Apophis for at least another 100 years. Visiting asteroids and other minor planet moons can help scientists understand and explore new terrains. It also gives them a better understanding of the solar system and its history. OSIRIS-REx itself will collect samples from Bennu and drop a capsule in the Utah desert. From here, it will continue on its journey, exploring other areas of the solar system. The possibilities are endless when it comes to our universe. Interested in exploring a couple more what-if scenarios? Let's keep the conversation going with a couple more curiosity videos, shall we? Here's what you need to know. Check out what would happen if the Earth went into a black hole. You can also try our video on 13 things that could happen if dinosaurs were still alive. Go ahead, click one, or better yet, watch both, and learn more about how the world and universe work around you. Do you worry about human extinction? Let us know in the comments below.